Hi, I'm Chris Jenkins, and this video project is based upon Stage 5 of Eric Erickson's theory, Identity versus Role Confusion. In this video, I'll be interviewing my closest friends and family to give myself more of an understanding of who I am as a person. How have I had an impact on your life?
Well, it all started a few years ago when you were at Moberry. You came over, once or twice a week, and you stayed over to go to school with my other brother Jake. But now it's become a daily routine when you're staying over constantly. You're like family now. You're another black brother. It's a big deal for me, man. Love you. You're like family to me. Like I said, I don't know. It'd be weird living here when you're not here. So that's who impacted my life.
How would you describe me as a person?
I would say that you try to depict yourself as being hard on the outside, like this big, tough basketball guy. And on the inside, you're like this giant mush ball that is very lovable and has a big heart. And it's kind of like more the side that watches SpongeBob and plays with stuffed animals and all that stuff. You're very shy at first and kind of like withdrawn. But then once you get to know you, it's like you're so much more outgoing and fun, and you're just great to hang out with.
How would you describe me as a person?
As a person, I would definitely say you're charismatic and unique in a sense, and I mean that in a sense there's nobody else like you. Be honest, like you're definitely one of the realest people like I've ever met. It's not like you're definitely a good time to be around. You're one of my best friends because I can just always relate to you, man. And we always just I think we have a good connection as far as friends. And you're always just there for me when I need you, when I have a problem. And plus, we just I don't even know, I can't really describe it because you just know what's going on. But most of the time, and you're just a true friend to me. And that's hard. And at this day and age, it's really hard to come by.
How would your life change if I was no longer your best friend?
If you're no longer my best friend, my life would change dramatically. You've influenced me in so many ways, not only about like basketball, which we have a very big connection with, but about life. I got to know most of your story, most of your life, and it really has impacted me because it gives me a perspective of what people are like living in a different situation. But I know you and me we didn't really know each other at first, but I really got to know you as a person, and you've been the greatest friend to me. You've changed my life, and I can talk to you about anything, any situation, if it involves family, girls, basketball. I know I can talk to you because you're always going to be there for me, and I know I'm going to have your support no matter what. And it's great to actually have a friend like you who I can basically say is my brother. You live with me anyway, so it's going to be hard when you go to college and I'm not going to be with you 24/7. So I'm going to miss you a lot.
I believe that Jesus died in order for us to live. I believe that without him, I wouldn't be as successful as I am today. I wouldn't be around such positive people who are willing to help me and guide me through any situation. I believe that all the good that happens is because of Jesus, and even through bad situations, he's able to give us the ability to see the positives through the negatives. He gives me the strength to go through every day with a positive outlook on life and the world around me, the vision to see the difference between right and wrong, and the heart to love those who bring meaning to my life. I believe that everything happens for a reason, whether it's good or bad. I feel that in the end, everything will work out the way it's supposed to. That's what I believe. Well, part of what motivates me is basketball. I use basketball to guide me through life, basically. I use basketball to put me in a situation where I can go to college and hopefully someday play at a professional level. Without basketball, I feel like I wouldn't be the person that I am today. Also, another part of what motivates me is the struggles that I went through growing up, that, and the fact that I had to watch my mom struggle as well. I go through every day doing what I have to, to the best of my abilities. Someday when I'm done with college, I want to be successful, so I can take care of my mom and the family that I may have in the future. I don't want to watch my mom struggle anymore, through her life. I don't want to struggle anymore, in my life, outside of, like school and basketball and everything like that. When I'm older, I definitely wouldn't want my family that I may have to go through the same struggles that I had to growing up. So every day I work hard, and I try to do everything 100%. That's what motivates me. I go back to this picture because basketball is my main skill. I've been playing basketball since I was about in the second grade, and I got really serious about basketball when I was in middle school. In middle school is where I realized that I could actually go somewhere playing basketball, and I could actually make something out of it. I play basketball every day. I mean, it's become a part of my life. It's like second nature to me. I'm addicted to it. I can't go a day without getting shots up or just doing things that relate to basketball. Now at this time in my life, with basketball, I just want to be the best player I can be. I want to be the best player around. I don't want to be second to anybody, which is why, this is like a big skill of mine, because I have so much passion for basketball, and this passion has carried me to the level that I'm at now today. So in a couple of years, hopefully I'll be playing professionally, with the skill that I have. I'm just gonna keep working at it and making my skill even better than it is now. That's my skill. How's my self-esteem? I have a high self-esteem. I have a lot of pride in what I've accomplished in my life and what I plan on accomplishing. My self-esteem is at its highest when I'm playing basketball. When I'm on the court, I just have a type of swagger and confidence that is nearly impossible to lose. But when I'm not playing basketball, I don't have the same level of confidence as if I'm like in the classroom, or even when I'm talking to girls. I just don't have that same level of confidence. I'm more of a shy person, less outgoing, unless I'm on the basketball court. But when I'm on the court, my self-esteem is at a completely different level, a very high level. Like I said before, man, that's my self-esteem. One of my short-term goals is having the first successful year at Hofstra, athletically, academically, and socially. Socially, I just want to meet people who are as positive as I am and who want to succeed and do great things with their lives. And academically, I want to have a great year, because if I'm doing well academically, then that means that I'll be able to stay on the basketball court. I'll be able to, play basketball. And athletically, I want to be able to come onto the basketball team and help contribute and work hard and help the team win. And winning my first year helped set us up to win, the years to come. So those are some of my short-term goals. One of my long-term goals is hopefully being able to play in the NBA someday. And able to do that, I'm just going to keep working hard now, every day, working hard just to be the best basketball player that I can possibly be, try to be better than everyone else. Like I said before, I don't want to come second to anybody. I want to be the best player in the world someday. And, I really feel like that can happen if I keep working hard and, I keep taking the game seriously, keep having the same amount of passion of the game that I have today, and hopefully someday, I'll be playing on TV in the NBA. What do I value? I value family a lot. In this picture is my brother and my two cousins and myself. My two cousins took care of me and my brother when we were little, and now that we're older, they're still there. They're still there for us whenever we need any type of advice or just need somebody to talk to or just want to hang out. They're still there for us. And my brother, I mean, that's my twin brother. I mean, we share a connection that will never be broken. And even though we live in separate houses now, I feel like, he's still always here with me. I have my family basically tattooed all over my body now, which shows, how much I really value family, how much I really care about them. And without my family, I wouldn't be the person I am today. What type of person have I become over my lifetime?
You started out as a quiet baby and a quiet child, and not having too much to say, not having too much conversation for anybody. Used to think a lot, I think, more than talk. Used to think. And you have developed into a confident young man with a high level of self-esteem and confidence, very focused on school, family, basketball, and friendships. And I know that you will do well in college.
One of my role models is Kobe Bryant because he's one of the most hardworking basketball players in the NBA today. His will to win is unmatchable, and he's such a competitor. And someday, hopefully I could be the type of player he is, or even better. And just watching him play basketball, day in and day out. He's so competitive, and he works hard. He wants to win every day. He never wants to lose. The competitive edge that he has is just what drives him, and is what makes him one of the best players in the NBA now. Probably one of the best players to ever play the game of basketball. So that's why he's one of my role models. He also is very positive about the game and never looks on the downside or anything, even when things aren't looking too well. He always keeps his head up high and motivates himself and his teammates. He's a leader on the court and off the court, and that's what just makes him one of the greatest players. Another one of my role models is my mom, because she's a very strong individual, hardworking, loving, and caring, and that's the type of characteristics that I try to have. And she's never been a complainer. That's also what I try to do. She's taking care of my brother and I since we were little. By herself, never ever complained once, just took on a responsibility. And that's something that I try to do as I'm growing up, just try to be responsible, try to be almost like her. I feel like if I could be like her growing up, then I could be a very successful person. And I could be someone that people look up to and that people care about and that people love. And that's that person that my mom is. Very people love her just because of the type of person she is, the type of characteristics that she has. And, I look up to her. And someday, I hope I can be half the person that she is. Since I was little, she's been my mother and my father. I can come to her for anything, any type of advice, help. She's always there for me. Whenever I need a shoulder to lean on, I can lean on hers. If I need a shoulder to cry on, I could cry on hers. She's always been very supportive of me in whatever I was doing, whether it was basketball, school, anything. She was always very supportive of me, and I can't ask more of her. She's been there for me since day one, and she'll be there for me to the end. This is the house my family moved to when I was 5 years old, and that my mom raised my brother and I in. We had a lot of great memories here. It feels weird not living here anymore, living with one of my friends. Every time I come back, I realize how much I miss being home. And now that it's getting closer to college, and it's starting to really hit me now that I'm not gonna be here anymore, and that this is a place that will always be in my heart, no matter what, no matter where I end up in life. I always remember that this is where I grew up, and this right here will always be home to me. My room, this is where I spend most of my time when I come to my house. Usually I just come in and jump on my bed, lay down, and relax. Over here, I have a whole bunch of posters of basketball and football players, professional athletes, one baseball. It just symbolizes, what I want to do after college someday, hopefully. I don't really have much in my room since I basically moved out and live with my friends. And now this over here is just all my letters that I got while I was being recruited for basketball over the last 2 years. I keep them just to, remember the process that I went through. And, it's very enjoyable. And, not many people, are fortunate enough to go through the college recruiting process the way I experienced it. So, I just keep these just to always remember that, it's hard work. I worked hard to, get all of these, and, that's why I keep them here. I wake up every day when I'm in here and just look at those and, go out and just keep working hard. So that's all I have in my room. This is one of the most important things to me at this house. I know it doesn't look like much now, but it was a lot better before. My first basketball hoop that my mom got me when me and my brother first started playing basketball. We used to be out here every day, daytime, nighttime, summertime, wintertime. We used to be out here every day playing on this hoop, just trying to get better, trying to be, the best basketball players we can be. This is what started it. My mom is what basically, helped me become the basketball player I am today, which I am very fortunate for. This is something I would never get rid of, just because it's been with me my whole life. I mean, it's a part of who I am as a person and a basketball player, and it's something that I will always cherish. This is the end of my video. After doing this project, I've got a little bit more of an understanding of who I am as a person, but still need a little more figuring out to do. And I think it would be a great breakthrough once it's all figured out.